Hello, everybody. Welcome to your weekly celebrity reading. This week it is Ryan Reynolds. Now, if you're new to my channel, all my celebrity readings are based on subscriber requests. So, how crazy is it that I was going through the list of celebrities because there's a long list because there's a lot of requests. Today happens to be Ryan Reynolds' birthday. So, Ryan Reynolds, I know you're not watching this, but happy birthday. What's really interesting, so before I get into the reading for Ryan Reynolds and to see what current energies are going on for him right now, I do a very brief overview of their birth chart. That was a great card that flipped over. I do a very brief overview of their birth chart. Okay. Ryan Reynolds, today, October 23rd, 1976, is the day he was born. Guess what was happening that day? Yes, it was a solar eclipse. He was born on a solar eclipse. And we have a solar eclipse coming up in, what is it, 23rd? In about 2 days. Listen, this is really intense. For someone to be born on a solar eclipse in Scorpio, this solar eclipse coming up is in Scorpio, okay? The one that he was born, and he is a Scorpio. He's barely a Scorpio, by the way, 0 degrees. But what makes him really intense, really passionate, very Scorpio, is that he is a stellium in Scorpio. All right, he has four planets: the Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Scorpio, Mars, Uranus, and the North Node in Scorpio. That is a lot of Scorpio. Now, we all know what Scorpios are like, okay? They're very passionate. They're very intense. They're powerful. But listen, the fact that he's born on a solar eclipse, oh my goodness, it's like he keeps going through these rebirths and it reinvents himself like through these cycles. It's really crazy I've never read someone who had they were born on a solar eclipse. But listen, he's also, his rising sign is Virgo, which is great. Listen, there's all that activity in Scorpio, the bundle of planets. It's most of it's in his third house, second and third house. Now, listen, he's really good at communicating. Okay, he's really good at communicating. I don't know if he has siblings, but a lot of activity around there. That's the other thing. I don't Google them. I obviously know who Ryan Reynolds is. I've seen a lot of his movies, but I don't Google them because I like to do cold readings. I don't want to have any emotional attachment or bias to the reading, so I have no idea what's going on with his life now. But I do know that, based on his birth chart, he's a Virgo, just like his wife Blake Lively. She is a Virgo, and yes, Scorpios and Virgos make a really good pair. So that's pretty much it. His Jupiter, here's the last thing. His Jupiter is in Taurus. Isn't that crazy? 29 degrees. A lot of the that's in his ninth house, okay? And so I'm surprised he hasn't written a book. If he writes a book, it's going to sell really well. All right, ninth house rules publishing, but it's also a lot of spirituality there. Higher mind, like he has a lot of, between that and the third house, and then right now, if you look at what's happening with the planets, we have that really intense. We're in Scorpio season. We have that intense solar eclipse coming up in his first house. So there's a lot of activity around his identity. All right. And we can hear news from him, but also with his rising in Virgo, that is his third house. Listen, honestly, this is a lot of activity in his third house. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, what I was going to say with his Jupiter in Taurus, Jupiter is going into Taurus. Okay. May 2023. That's his return. I mean, listen, a lot of big changes happening for Ryan Reynolds right now, okay? Again, it's his birthday. Happy birthday. Let's go ahead and get started with the reading for Ryan Reynolds. See where we're at with where he's at and what we can expect from him, okay? So, like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It is what my clients prefer. If you want to book a private reading, you know where to find me. Secondly, I don't do reversals, but if my guides urge me to talk about the shadow side, I definitely will if it comes out. Thirdly, again, if you are a subscriber, feel free to leave requests for celebrities that you want me to read in the comments. And be sure to check the celebrity playlist channel because I do get a lot of requests for celebrities I've already read. So they might be in there. All right. So Ryan Reynolds, here we go. Let's do it. There is, wow. Okay. something's going on. Yeah, something's going on. It's, ooh, he's okay. Let's get started. He got the Hierophant. Okay, so he's coming from a place where the Hierophant is the male equivalent of the High Priestess, and this is speaking of power, by the way. Listen, this is Pope energy. Okay, very spiritual connotation here. I'm getting a message that there's people that he's probably not getting a message from people that may not be good around him, and he may cut them out. Okay, but listen, Hierophant this is all about that deeper wisdom. This is all about when you have that deep wisdom, when you have that deep knowledge, you pass it along. This is all about structure. It's all about traditions, even too. And look, this is the first major arcana where other people appear. Okay, other than the main figure. And so when you do have that deep knowledge, you pass it along. You spread it. That's how we gain wisdom from ancestors or ancestors or answers. It's all passed down through this tradition. So he could have gotten some really, really good, someone could have had some sort of influence on him recently. Okay, but then again, there is that message that came through that something, because it's also like organizations here, right? Some people are not good for him right now in his life, and it could be like maybe his agents, management team, who knows, but it's there. Now listen, he did get the Two of Wands. There's really something that I think that he wants to do. He's in the planning phases. Okay, he's not yet ready to pull the trigger. He's not yet ready, and it could be a new movie role. There could be something that's going on. I mean, you can see the man here high in the castle, really good perspective, really good vision. He also has the world in his hands, all right? But there's one wand in, one wand out. Wands are passions, are ideas. So it's really good, especially if this is in the heart of his spread, which it is. The advice is to just be cool, all right? Don't pull the trigger on anything yet. It's not ready. You just need to plan a little bit more, all right? And it looks like that is something that he could be doing right now. He did get the Six of Cups, okay, but in his challenge area. Now this is the only cup that he pulled, and so it is in his challenge area. What that means is, cups represent our emotions. So when I see a lack of cups in the spread, really, like, there's a disconnect, and he needs to, there's a sense of him that there's no emotional fulfillment moving forward. I think there's something about he's going through a process. Okay, again, Two of Wands, just planning things out. He's going through a process for spiritually, emotionally, mentally. There's something going on, and he's a little bit disconnected. Okay, I don't think he feels a lot of security right now. Listen, there's so much Scorpio in him. Scorpios are very sensitive. I mean, they are water signs, but listen, I would love for him to reach out to people. One thing that I would love for him to do is reach out to people from the past, okay? This card is a lot of nostalgic connotations to it, and we all know that, well, I know there's been research that's proven by Harvard, by Stanford, that nostalgia improves well-being, it improves mental health, it improves quality of life. So I think that he needs to do that. He needs to find those moments, but I really feel like it's like this energy is more connect with people from your past. That's going to bring you a little bit of joy, especially because that energy of some people not right for, like, people he's hanging out with may not be right for him, or again, it could just be work-wise, management-wise. And yeah, in any case, he did get the Five of Pentacles, okay? This came up in his crown. So, he's thinking about, the Hierophant, it really generally is a positive card, but the energies that's coming through is not crazy, Listen, this is a card, he's thinking about he feels alone right now, basically, okay? He feels alone, he feels abandoned. I say this is the hardest card. Okay, it's there's some dark cards in tarot, but even though this one doesn't look physically one, it's because it's all that snowfall, and snowfall is really cold, especially when you don't have shoes. Now, it is there is a sense of, and it could be something financial because the pentacles are money, right? It's wealth, but also earthbound. Okay, so it is physical world, our tangible reality. So, but there's something that he's thinking about. There's some sort of loss. Okay, so he's feeling a little alone, abandoned, really sensitive right now, and there could be someone holding him, like someone. It could be someone that's part of that. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna need to do a little bit of soul searching. He's in a really confused place right now. Actually, there's something going on where, and he can get out of this. It's fine, and we haven't even gotten to his future card yet, or his staff. But yeah, he needs to do a little bit of soul searching on his own, and I think that he actually knows that. I think that he actually knows that he needs to tap in. Okay, that's the thing. He needs to go inside. He's going to have to really connect, okay? Again, like I said, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, even physically, if you want to consider meditation poses as part of this. But something's going on, okay? Now, lastly, judgment, all right? Well, not lastly, but he got judgment in the root of his spread. So when I say he needs to go within, and there's a part of him, there's a lot of spiritual energy, but spiritual is such a strong word. So I usually say mental clarity. I even made up a word called awareness, which is a combination of clarity and awareness. Some of that's lacking, and then just that emotional side of him that it's just really leave emotions at the door at this point. And so this came up in the root of his spread, all right? Judgment. As you can see, Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet here. The dead are rising. The dead are gray, representing, wisdom here. Listen. He's that's what he's doing. He's, like I said earlier, I think that he is looking to do some soul searching. And this is just almost, this is affirmation, because this is all about hearing the blow of the trumpet, okay? Now, metaphorically, when you have that aha moment, when you have that moment of clarity, when you even in movies, right? When there's that one person and, the camera zooms in on their face and pans in, and you can see in their eyes, I get it. I know what I need to do. All right. That's what this is. This is, it's going to help him lift his spirit, but also see past the things that are he's confused about, or things that are holding him back a little bit right now. But, when I say the blow of the trumpet, I always make a sound is so important, and sound is so healing. This is the only card where there is a huge connotation to sound, okay? We can go back in time. We can go back to thousands and thousands of years ago, sound from Gregorian chanting to Tibetan drum beats, and whatever it is, sound has always been used for healing. Now, what is sound? Sound is vibrations, okay? And so I talk about energy all the time. We always want to vibrate at the highest frequency, okay? Energy is, right? Everything. This is not my opinion. This is not conjecture. This is Albert Einstein. This is Nikola Tesla. This is any physicist in the world. Everything is made of energy, including us. And he needs to raise his energy levels now, because that is, he has to have that moment of clarity. Now, he did get the Justice card in his future. This is really interesting. If he really needs to cut some people from his life is the main message that I'm getting. Listen, justice is you don't really have to go deep with this card, right? It's the judge and it's justice. Justice will be served. So he's good because this is in his future, right? Everything that has it's almost like you're redeeming your karma points at this point. This is all about karma, and it brings that balance in your life. You can even see the scale and the judge's hand here. But what do you, I mean, like, look at the sword. This is, listen, talk about leaving emotions at the door. There's no water in this cup, all right? No water, no cups, only the sword. He will, I think he is going to have this moment of clarity. He's going to go within, have this moment of clarity, use that sword to cut all the drama from his life, everything that he does not need moving forward. Again, this is a big moment right now where he's in his head, he's thinking about moving forward, but he's also feeling part of the past. Now, I want him to, you never want your past to dictate your present, right? You always want to feel powerful and empowered, not powerless. So I think that when he is, there is some part of him where things are just his environment, something, like I said, the people around him or whatever, not great for him. And there's stuff going on where he's feeling emotionally disconnected, but he needs to, if he goes to the past, do it in a nostalgic way, get in touch with friends, family from his past, connect with them. That's going to bring him a lot of joy, even thinking about moments from the past. But clarified justice, Page of Wands. Okay, so there's something new that he obviously he wants to get out of this. Something new he wants to build upon, okay? There is something new. He did get the Page of Wands. He just needs to be really grateful now for everything that he has in his life. Here's the thing. When we all go, it's not just, Ryan Reynolds, but this is a message for everybody, whether you're a Scorpio night or not. When we go through our birthday seasons, those are big moments. We ask the big questions. We're turning a year older. We, some of us get like really, right? And some of us are just like, so during these times, we question a lot of things. And today is actually his birthday, so obviously he's going to have a lot on his mind, but he really needs to almost just get out of his head a little bit and more just tap within, okay? Because he not only, again, listen, but there is something in the future that he is going to be compelled with. There's something new coming through, okay? He may get a message as well for like a new role or a new opportunity to do, be a host for this or be on this show or, a sponsorship deal. Something that's going to help him. That's a good direction for him. All he needs to do is be grateful in the moment and just appreciate everything he has in his life. That's what's going to help him bring his energy levels up, okay? He did get the Four of Cups, all right? So it really is having that gratitude for everything. I mean, we can talk about the laws of attraction all day long, but just having that gratitude and remember, awareness. That's going to help him right now. But it looks like there is going to be some, he's going to have like a test, right? He's going to have a test in the future where he's going to have to, if there's something that comes about, he's going to have to pass this test, and it's testing his gratitude, right? Just gratitude is the fuel of you everything, right? Yeah, I talk way too much. I'm not going to get into it, but the reason why I say it's a test because I just pulled another clarifier, and he did get the Ten of Cups, so he's going to turn out fine in the end, and this is really, 10 is the end. It's, the completion, right? The end of the cycle. 10, 1, 0 equals 1, new beginning. Look at all the cups. Finally he gets the cups. So he's going through a moment. He's coming out on top, all right? This card is happy family, happy life, happy home. You can see the cups range in the rainbow, the only rainbow in tarot. Rainbow indicating promising future in his future. So he's definitely going through a moment. I'm not surprised. All that activity in Scorpio, but also if you think about what's happening now, today, October 23rd, a lot of planets in Scorpio, and we're on the brink of a major eclipse in Scorpio. Now let's get to his stuff. Once again, if you're a subscriber, don't forget to leave comments, and if it's your birthday, I love it when people also like leave their birthday, like, oh my gosh, it's my birthday too. It's so cool. Leave names of celebrities you want me to read, and I will add them to my list, and we'll get going. And if you're new, it'd be great if you like and subscribe and comment, but let's get going here. There is let's just say Ryan Reynolds is definitely going through a moment now, but a huge moment of transformation. Remember, we said that earlier. All right, Scorpio does rule the eighth house. Okay, that's death and rebirth, right? It's transformation, and it's a lot of other things. But let's get moving. Seven of Swords. Someone really did something to him. Okay, someone. I call this a lying, cheating, stealing card, all right? So, it feels the energy that's coming through is someone did something that really was like, not cool, right? A little like underhanded, a little sneaky. Let's just leave it at that, okay? This is why the Justice card did come up, okay? It's also why the Hierophant did come up, but yeah, someone is not so cool, not so cool. I mean, you can see this mischievous guy, walking away with the swords, all right, in broad daylight, though, so it is going to be like, the possibility of being caught is more likely than not, okay? But it's also like you see this happening, so you can confront this person. Listen, you can see also the swords. He has two on his right shoulder and then three on his left shoulder. I mean, those really is, if you think about the three of swords, it's the heartbreak card, and the two of swords, it's his choices, right? So, and not facing some truth. So, I think that could be part of the problem. And the bigger energy here is someone took something from him, and it's the people that some people he's just not supposed to be attached to or whatever. But it's just, I think it really does have to do with his work. And listen, again, he's gonna go through this. He's fine, but he did get the Nine of Cups, okay? So another clarifier saying that he'll be fine, okay? This is a card of, just being cool, being good, right? It's, again, more cups aligned over the head, spiritual enlightenment. Now, I call this card like genie in a bottle. This is like one of your wishes coming true, all right? This man is so content. He's so happy, and he's learned that gratitude, okay? He's learned that gratitude, but also really, like, there's a lot of pride here. Like, the good, it can be good or bad, but the energy I'm getting is good. It's like, if you look at those cups, it almost looks like he's showing them off like trophies, right? So, there is success coming because not only did he get the Ten of Cups, he got the Nine of Cups. All right. Now, external factors, he got the Hanged Man. So there really is going to be a point moving forward after this eclipse, after he goes through all of this, he's going to have a brand new perspective. Something's coming through for him to look at things in a new way. I'm not surprised he was born on a solar eclipse, and we have a solar eclipse. Like I said early from the very beginning, rebirth, new cycles, renewal. That's what this is, okay? Doing something so dramatic as hanging yourself upside down to look at the world in a different way. All right, new perspective. That was weird what I just did. I did that weird hand thing. But you can see this in this card. To have that new perspective, you really have to surrender something. You have to let something go. It's very obvious here. It's clear as day. I said earlier, he needs to use that sword from the Justice card to cut all the drama from his life. I already said there's some people that just, I don't feel are good for him, like right now. But yeah, it is going to bring him that strength, and he is going to have strength to move forward. And this is a great, great, great card. And this is just a moment. He's going through a moment right now. Not a fun one. In the end, all is great. It looks like he is looking for something new. Page of Cups. I love this energy, and where it falls in his spread, it really is. All he wants to do is follow his bliss. That's all he wants to do right now. And this is very like Scorpio, Pisces energy. This is imaginative. This is like very visionary, but all he wants is to just follow his bliss, okay? This is, at the end of the day, let's keep it, because I know this reading's going long. But his final outcome, all right, let me just see how many of these. Okay, so he did get the Seven of Wands. So at the end of the day, this is his final outcome. So it looks like he is going to be in defense mode. He's going to have to really defend, stake his territory. It feels like people may be coming for him for some things. The main message that I'm getting is that it's not even something that, it feels like it's already happening, okay? He's in defense mode, and that's why there's like leaving emotions at the door because his fists are up. But the Seven of Wands comes after the Six of Wands, right? Six of Wands is a card of victory. It's a card of success. So a lot of times this means that when you're defending yourself, you're defending the things that you've worked hard for. I mean, blood, sweat, and tears. These people coming after you are actually just kind of jealous of what you have, all right? And it happens, some people want to sabotage you. Sometimes people want you to, fail at the things that you do so they can have what you have. Listen, he's going to do a fine job defending himself, okay? It's going to be a little exhausting, but he's really, staking his territory. And then clarified, he did get the Four of Swords, and I love that because that is a card of healing, and that is a card of just, recovery. It's stillness of mind, okay? He's going through this huge process. He needs that right now, okay? He needs that healing. And then lastly, boom, Emperor, okay? Mastery of self. Final outcome. Listen, he'll be fine. He's going through a major thing, okay? Let's just call it thing because there's a lot happening here. But everything is he just needs to take a little action and getting rid of those things from the things that are holding him back. There are things holding him back. It's out of, he doesn't deserve it. Let's just say that, okay? He doesn't deserve that. People are not being great to him at this moment. And, it can be actual people, it can be corporations, it can be like his work colleagues, but he's going to move past this. He just needs to go within. That's all he has to do. All right. And I really do think that he needs to get in touch with people from the past, because people that he trusts, because I think those are the people that are going to help him move forward. But you look, 10 of Cups strength and 9 of Cups, like he's going to be fine, and he's going to be actually great, because mastery of self. This is the Emperor. This is the ruler. This was the final of his outcome, all right? So powerful here. Super freaking powerful, all right? Ruler of his own destiny. We'll just keep it at that. Ryan Reynolds, happy birthday. I wish you the best. You are definitely going through a moment, but I'm not surprised. You were born on a solar eclipse. We have a major solar eclipse coming up. Dang, this was one of the longest readings. Okay, so thanks so much for tuning in, y'all. I will see you next week. If you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're a subscriber, drop celebrities in the comments and I will get to them. Thank you. Bye.